I am the director of The Machine by Matt Charman, that is being co-produced by the Donmar Warehouse, which is my theatre back in London, and the Park Avenue Armoury for the Manchester International Festival. What I can tell you is that it's a completely brilliant new play by Matt Charman, who's a wonderful writer. He's actually under commission to us at the Donmar, which is how I came to hear about this project. He's writing another play for us. And I said, what else are you working on at the moment? And he said, oh, this play about chess. I said, that sounds really interesting. He said, yeah, it's about Kasparov, who's obviously a world chess genius, a grandmaster, but a bit of a grandmaster plus, really. He was at the top of his game when he played Deep Blue, which is an IBM supercomputer, chess computer, that was really constructed by this brilliant inventor. But the idea at the time was that IBM at that point, because of movements in the technologies markets, was seeing its stock price start to fall. And in the play, you see them choose as to whether or not they should spend loads of money on advertising or stage this publicity stunt, effectively. They got Kasparov over to New York back in 1997 to play a series of matches against this supercomputer that became this tournament that gripped the attention of the world. You know, it's on the front page of all of the New York papers. People became completely obsessed with it, and you know, like all good tournaments, it's got an element of the boxing drama about it. You know, I'm not necessarily saying that it's like Rocky, but it's got a bit of that in it, I think. Yeah, it's a site-specific work in that it's quite an epic work. It's lots of short scenes and moves very quickly. And what we're looking at the moment, although it's pretty early days in our design process, is how we can make the audience feel like they're part of the studio audience in front of which this match was filmed and broadcast live to the world. I do. I was born in Salford, like a lot of people in Salford and Manchester. I was born in Hope Hospital, and I grew up and went to school here. I went to, I should give my school a plug. Actually, I went to St Patrick's High School in Eccles, and then I went to Eccles College of Further Education, which is where I got into drama. Actually, I was in a play there for the first time. You know, the idea that we're taking over all these found spaces. I mean, I love Upper Campfield. I remember it. Some people remember the Manchester Royal Exchange relocated here while it was being rebuilt after the bomb in '98, was that? So it was a kind of 98 through 99, I think. So I saw a lot of work in this space and know it to be a really dynamic and an exciting one. But it's not just here, it's loads of spaces all over the city that the festival's taking over, reimagining, invigorating. You know, I live in London now, and it's so hard to find those spaces that are empty or vacant or can be transformed to another life. I know that when that does happen, I've done that a couple of times before in my own work, that the sheer excitement of the audience and the adventure of coming into somewhere that's both a discovery, you know, there's a bit of a treasure hunt to find the location, but also has had a conversation. As an artist, you know, what was great is they said to me, you can do what you like to this room within the limits of budget. You know, you can take it over, you can look around it and sort of think about what colour those walls should be, if you want to repaint the loos, all things like that are part of the experience of the audience. Normally you just stick your work on a stage, which can be wonderful, but to think holistically about it is really thrilling. And space is incredible. Oh, it's completely thrilling. It's an honour to be a part of it. I mean, the eclecticism of it, but there are clear themes there. I think there's, as someone who knows Manchester really well, who sees it as their home, I think there are lots of clear routes into the industrial heritage of the city. I think the machine is part of that in a way. Obviously the man versus machine thing, but also Manchester being one of the kind of birthplaces of the computer, not the birthplace, I should probably say. But you know, a history of protest as well, a history of the individual and the group. You know, it's really thrilling. I mean, it's one of the best things that happened to Manchester for years, I think, this festival.